everybody. So I know you saw in some of my posts that Pampered Chef has come out with some new bakeware. This is the Tart pan. Comes with, well, let me see if I can get it open. I haven't used it much. Okay. So you've got the round piece in the bottom that if you needed to take this out, like put it on a pedestal, you could do. You could spray it, do whatever. We're not going to do that because we're doing cookie crumbs with butter for the crust, and you don't really need to spray the pan. It comes with its own cover. This is the blue carbon steel. It's really durable. There's also a square pan, but we're not going to be using that today. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I've preheated my oven at 375. And I have crushed up some shortbread cookie crumbs. This is just my regular food processor. It's not the Flex Plus 3-in-1. Here is 3 tablespoons in my, these are the 1-cup prep bowls. If you haven't seen these before, these are really neat. They come with their own little lid. I have one customer who likes to get these and give them out at Christmas time with candies and things in them. It's a cute idea. They come in a pack of 6. I forget exactly how much they are. But anyway, it's got the measurements on the side. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter here. I'm just gonna take this little top piece out and pour that in. And blend that up. I'm going to put this, I've got so many ingredients here set out, into the Tart pan. And you could use the back of a spoon or the back of your mixer thing. I'm just going to use that to get it out, really. But I'm going to use the back of my measuring cup to press this in. And this is 1 1/4 cups of shortbread cookie crumbs with 3 tablespoons of butter. But you don't have to memorize this. I'll put the recipe in the comment section for you. And these are the easy read measuring spoons. And what I like about these is it's clear and it's written in black where it's easy to see. I used to have some Tupperware that, well, they were speckled, like a white with gray, and so the lettering or numbering was etched into it. And as my vision has gotten a little worse over the years, that got a little harder to see. So this is really easy to see. So I'm just gonna, the reason I'm using the back of this is because I think it'll help to press it up the sides of the pan better. But as I said before, you could use a spoon or whatever you want to use. Now this lemon meringue tart recipe is going to be a little easier than your standard recipe where you use the egg yolks in the custard and then the egg whites for the meringue. We are using a couple of egg yolks, but all right. So I think I'm done with those. We're going to put this into the oven to bake for 10 minutes. Okay, and this is the smaller 2-quart Brilliant saucepan. I'll tell you what I really like about these. I got these probably with the fall collection, but they have a really good non-stick interior. They have a really pretty like blue steel exterior. You have these pouring spouts on either side. And then in your lid, you have smaller holes on one side, larger holes on the other side. So, you know, it's nothing if you wanted to boil water for spaghetti and cook it and then go over to the sink and just pour it out. And then you still have your spaghetti in. So sometimes I use my colander now, sometimes I just use the lid because it's that easy. Anyway, we're gonna make our lemon custard with this. I don't know if I need the lid for that. My recipe went away, sorry. But before we do that, I'm going to show you the lemon zester and juicer. So this is a 3-piece set, and if you can see, it has measurements on the side there that tells how much juice you zest. So I'm going to use it says to zest the whole lemon. This is my Santuco knife. The coated knives come with their own little covers. I don't know why I did that. I'm thinking of juicing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and zest this. And I brought out another one of the 1-cup prep bowls here just so I could put the zest into it. Missed the bowl there. So then I'm going to switch from the zester to the juicer, and I'm going to juice the rest of this lemon. And I think it said 3 tablespoons. I'm hoping this is going to be 3 tablespoons. It's pretty close. It's probably actually 2.5. But I'm just going to leave this in here because that's already measured. And I'm going to bring this stuff over here to my stove top. My eggs. This actually says to use 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice. So let me grab this. Is a neat little item I don't think I've showed y'all this week. I love this thing. It's the stainless steel scoop. And I don't know if you can see, but there's little lines. They're in the inside, but they're also on the outside. And it's 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon, and then 3 tablespoons even. So we need 2 tablespoons of our juice for this mixture. Let's see. Combine 2 tablespoons of the lemon juice my recipe's going away here. Here I have 2 cups of the water. This is the small batter bowl. It holds up to 4 cups. Put this in here. The 1/3 cup of sugar. My egg yolks. And we're using lemon jello cook and serve. So we're going to put this pudding mix in and we're going to whisk it until blended and cook it till it comes to a boil, stirring constantly. So this is the part that's going to probably take, well, this is the part we're going to have to be more particular about. And then after that, it's going to be in steps, basically. It's going to go in the oven, I mean not in the oven, I'm sorry, in the refrigerator. This is our mini whipper. I use this all the time in my ceramic egg cooker to mix up eggs and things when I microwave them in the morning. So I'm thinking that the lemon jello is basically taking the place of the cornstarch or flour that you're using for your thickening agent. We're going to cook this till it comes to a boil, stirring constantly. And then we're going to remove it from the heat and add 2 tablespoons of butter that I have right here. Where did the zest go? The zest is for garnish. So and these pans, to be non-stick, you can still use metal utensils on them. They do not scratch easily. I'm sure at some point you probably could scratch them, but it's not an easy trick to do. I've seen some consultants on Facebook cook something in it until it burns and then just slide it right off. I mean, it works really easily. I keep stirring and stopping every few minutes just to see if it's starting to come to a boil yet. And at this point, our crust is done. So you can see it's lightly browned. I'm just going to set that out here to cool while we continue whisking our lemon pudding mixture. Oven off. I keep stirring and stopping just to check for bubbles to see if it's boiling. But I want to make sure those yolks are completely mixed up in there too. You don't want any little pieces of egg yolk floating in it. So while this is coming to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do with instead of a regular meringue that is the egg whites with the sugar and I believe the cream of tartar, this recipe calls for using marshmallow cream, a whole jar of it with 8 ounces of whipped topping. You hand me the whipped topping in there. I think I've got that mixed pretty well that it'll be okay. So I'm just gonna try to combine that here in my small batter bowl, and then we'll have that ready to go. It may be almost getting ready to come to a boil. I hate for there to be dead silence in the video, and I seem to not be able to work and talk at the same time. Yeah, I may go ahead and get the bigger batter bowl. Since I'm showing you this one, I'll show you the bigger batter bowl. That'll give me more room to stir this. It comes with its own lid too. I think this is getting ready to start boiling. When I step away from it and quit stirring, it acts like it wants to separate or something, so I think I better stay with it here. So this is just regular whipped topping. It's not Cool Whip, it's the Food Line brand. I don't think it really makes a difference, but I did get regular and not the light. And I got the 16 ounce because I couldn't find an 8 ounce. They were out of it that day, so that's okay. We're just going to use half of it and then mix it with the small jar of the marshmallow topping. And we're going to add the other 1 tablespoon of the lemon juice to it also. And I'm just going to use my same mix and scrape spoon that I used for the cookies. I'm interested in seeing if this actually tastes just like meringue. I'm assuming the marshmallow will actually change that texture of that somewhat, so it's not so smooth. Let me whisk this a little bit more because it's starting to come to a boil. Just so I don't forget about it, I'm going to go ahead and put that other tablespoon of the lemon juice in with that whipped topping in the other. You can tell that's sort of getting a little bit of a thicker look to it. It's sort of sticking to the whisk, clinging to it, so to speak. Oh yeah. I can tell it's thickened up. So it says once it has come to a boil, we are going to take it off the heat. So I'm going to move it over here. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to whisk that in as it melts. Once this is melted, it says to let it sit for 10 minutes to cool before putting it into the crust. So then I'm going to stir this and get that mixed together. And the rest of this is going to be done in steps. Alright, so I'm going to let you look at this. You can sort of see how thick this is here. I've got all that butter incorporated. I'm going to turn my spoon rest around and sit this back here. Let this cool. It's 5:20, so in 10 minutes We will pour this into our crust, but for right now, I am going to mix this whipped topping and this lemon together, because once I get the lemon pudding mixture into the crust, then that's going to go in the refrigerator and refrigerate for 1 hour. And then we can take this out and mix our topping, or put our topping onto it, and then it goes back in the refrigerator for another hour. So that's why I was trying to get these steps work together here to show you. And I can always show you a picture of the finished product later. Okay, guys? So this is really all it's going to be to our lemon meringue pie. And I can tell this has got a thicker texture than just regular whipped topping. Oh, and also we will use the zest in our little prep bowl to put on top as a garnish. So this is what our dessert's going to be for this week, guys, or for tonight or tomorrow, however long it lasts. Thanks a lot. Good night.